Yes.
Video. I do have a handful of features written down here that I thought would be cool to kind of take a little bit of a closer look at. But this is mainly going to be a classic laid-back installation video where we try to get installed, see what problems, if any, we run into, which is very common for this channel, as regular viewers of mine are very well by now. But hopefully we won't have any problems because, this is beta software, so we very well may run into some issues. We will see. But first, I'm going to open up the disk utility here because we need to create a new volume on our Macintosh HD. Well, we can make a new partition or a new volume. We're going to go with new volume because this will allow us to utilize free space for both of these partitions as they need it. Whereas making a new partition, you have to literally section off of a portion of your drive. It's kind of one of the neat things about these later macOS versions that support it, and the Apple file system, of course. So with our new volume created, we're going to go back to software update here. We're going to click on upgrade now, and it's going to begin downloading macOS 13 data. And we're almost halfway there, 11 minutes remaining. This has definitely been going at a pretty decent pace.
No, it's me.
It started about 20 minutes, it's already down to 11 minutes, and it has not been 9 minutes. So that's pretty great. I imagine Apple's update servers are pretty overloaded at the moment, with this being the day that this update dropped. But hey, definitely off to a great start. Looks like we've got that same minimalist install in here, just the generic macOS logo. So we'll click on continue, very typical for macOS beta software. We're going to agree to the license agreement and show all the disks here because we want to install it on Ventura and not Macintosh HD, because I certainly do not want to override my existing stuff. So we're going to continue. We're going to select my only user account as the owner of the new volume. We'll install. We'll type our here, and there we go. macOS 13 beta will be installed on the disk of Ventura. So we've got about an hour remaining. Okay, 57 minutes. Well, not exactly an hour, but close enough, right? So, I'll be back, because I'm not going to make you wait an hour here, because that's boring. Because you'll probably just hear me talking like this about random stuff for way too long. So we're going to use the magic of video editing and skip to, well, it's not been an hour, it's not even been 30 minutes, it's been more like 15 minutes, and you can see we've only got 2 minutes remaining. So, yeah, I always love it when timers over-exaggerate like that, because then when it finishes,
Turn it off. What the fuck is that about to
so
do?
much faster. So I thought I was going to actually be here for an hour. And now we got to restart our Mac. Alright, let's do it. We're almost there. Come on, you can do it. This is like the most anxious I've been for like a Mac OS startup.
On the next video.
I didn't even remember the last time. Okay, I think
Is it
that's a little like minute to go. And now we're back to the logo. We got the progress bar again. That was going considerably faster this time. The one thing I miss about Mac OS setup is that intro video. Those are always so cool. Do you guys remember those? I was really disappointed when they got rid of those. I mean, yeah, it did take up some time, during the beginning of the installation, but it just kind of got you excited to like boot into Mac OS and check out this operating system. So, accessibility, we're going to say not now. And we're going to select our Wi-Fi network. Let me find it here. We got our data and privacy thing. We continue. We're not going to migrate. We'll set up later. I don't want to deal with the Apple ID. So
That's secured.
We'll agree to our license terms. Yes. We're going to go with dark mode because, why not? Of course we want dark mode. And there we go. Welcome to macOS Ventura.
Experience.
The wallpaper here. And yeah, let's go to system preferences, or oh no, it's system settings now. Yeah, that was something Apple did not touch on in the keynote. Of course, it's a very minor.
Why is it working like it? Stop on it. This is the time I was playing.
Too formal. It just, of course, stuck if you were active. We were used to that since the beginning of macOS 10. And also, it gets completely redesigned as well. It looks more like iOS here with this bar on the side where you've got your different categories. So yeah, definitely giving me an iOS vibe here. So we'll swap this back to the light mode here. So this is what the light wallpaper here, the light mode version of the default wallpaper will look like. So let's see what the wallpapers we got. So macOS graphic, that's all this says. So it's interesting that it was not the default wallpaper because Apple did have this wallpaper during the keynote. I think one of the things I'd like to do is go through and take a look at some of the minor things that changed that Apple didn't really touch on in the keynote. Because, of course, you've got the major features that Apple loves to talk about, like Stage Manager, but they don't mention the newly renamed system preferences, system settings. I think they touched on the About menu as well. When you open this up, it looks, it's a lot skinnier now, and you don't have that tabbed interface up here anymore. So we gotta click on more info here, and that just opens up. Oh, that's neat. So under general, this is definitely giving me like an iOS here. You just gotta go general about, and then you get your processor information, memory information, serial number, all of that. But speaking of the really big changes, let's take a little look at Stage Manager here. So we've got a couple windows opened up. Go to Control Center and turn on Stage Manager, and it brings our top window, which in this case is System Settings. I'm going to get used to saying it that instead of System Preferences, onto the desktop here, and it brings the other windows over here on the side. So we can click on Apple TV, for instance, it swaps it with contacts there, we can swap it with maps. So I can just do this all day long. I mean, maybe not, that would get pretty boring, but this is a nice multitasking feature for sure. I just love having, it's kind of like a separate dock over here on the left side of the screen with your open windows. You don't have to minimize them, and then, oh, that's neat. Hang on a second, so when you minimize something, it goes to Stage Manager. Wow, I did not know that. If they mentioned that during the keynote, I just mentioned it because I had the keynote on in the background. I was doing other stuff. I was on a phone call at one point, so it wasn't it didn't have my full attention, so I definitely missed a few things. And that's what makes these videos really fun. Experiencing it for the first time, and hey, maybe you guys are as well, and you're coming along for the ride, and that's just really awesome. So when you open up another program, it brings the program you had into Stage Manager, so that's nice. So it's really just keeping one active window open on screen at all times. So now that I've got App Store, if I open up Messages, for instance, it moves. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so it doesn't do that for Messages, I guess. Although maybe that's because it brought up this window here. Although this is still Messages, right? It's just not, it's like the setup window. So maybe let's try, let's open up Calendar here. Okay, so Calendar will bring App Store to Stage Manager. We open up Reminders, we do the same thing. And see, this is the welcome message for Reminders. So, it's a bug here. I don't think it's really supposed to be named like this. I would think even if it's not the main application window, it's still a window from the Messages application. So I feel like it should push this here, reminders, and so we see push messages there. Making this the active window will push messages in the Stage Manager, but not having messages open at the active window. That won't push the App Store in the Stage Manager, or whatever other application is open. Oh, check that out. It actually looked like it was going to... That's interesting. Let me try that again. Let's swap the maps here, and then messages. Okay, didn't do it that time. Let's maybe go to, what happens if we do Calendar here? Okay, it brings both of them in the Stage Manager. You see right there, it looked like it tried to bring Calendar into Stage Manager, but it didn't. But it's interesting to see that. This is experiencing this live, man. I have not done anything with this off camera at all. So this is just a blind run through to me. And, oh, look at that, TV quit unexpectedly. Okay, so we can turn off Stage Manager by going up here and clicking on the Stage Manager button once again. And we will turn it off. There we go. But what's the hide recent apps thing? Oh, that'll just, I didn't even know that. So you can make it essentially auto-hide like the dock. That's even better. You know what? I think I like that a lot better than having it on screen all the time. So let's just turn it off. Here we go. So there you go. And one thing I would like to try out that I don't think you can try out at the moment is continuity camera. When you get out of App Store here. Continuity camera, which is the ability to... Can I just quit out of this, please? Thank you. Continuity camera, which is the ability to use your iPhone's camera as a webcam on your MacBook or your iMac or whatever you might be running, which is useful for older MacBooks that don't have, the greatest webcams. I don't think you can use it right now though, because first of all, my iPhone is not running in developer beta. Oh, here you go. Use continuity camera on your Mac. Okay, what do we gotta do? Have to have Bluetooth turned on. Wait a second, Mojave. I thought the continuity camera main was introduced today. Judging from this page, you can do the thing where you can like right-click the Pages document and say like take a photo on the iPhone's camera. That you could have done previously.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, there you have it, guys. That is a little look here at macOS Ventura. Definitely, I'll be honest, I'm kind of excited for it. I'm definitely more excited for the iOS version because I'm really looking forward to some of the features that we can. Though I don't think you can install it on my iPhone 11 here, which is my main phone. And unfortunately, I cannot install it on my 6S because we have an iPhone 8 to allow the version of iOS, at least this development that we just released today. Which is unfortunate, but I don't know. Maybe I will sacrifice my iPhone 11 very briefly for a future video. If you guys want to see that, if enough people suggest it, maybe I'll do it just for the heck of it. I won't make any promises though because I do like my phone to not have any problems anymore. There you have it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, get subscribed down below, notifications, all of that. And yeah, I guess I can show you the new wall. This is something.
Nếu không nghe sao thì lại chỉ được rồi đấy.